Hi guys, welcome to Story Time of VS. Today I'm going to be reading the rest of the 3 chapters in the Busy Body book. So make sure to check out the other 2 chapters I did. It was about the bones and about the brain and the nerves. So check that out before you listen to this story. So let's start with the book. Your body is an amazing living machine, and it only needs a few things to make it go. So you guys already should know what few things should make it go. Like air to breathe, food to eat, and water to drink. These things come into your body through your mouth or nose. But then where do they go and what do they do? So here, that's our question. Where do they go and what do they do? That's our question right now. But soon we'll have the answer. And this is the picture. You can see there's a girl there. She's breathing in and out. She's like, the air is so nice. And those other 2 children over there are just eating some nice sandwiches. Yum, yum, yum. And then obviously water. We all need water to drink. It's the most important ingredient to our body. On to the next page. When you breathe, your lungs collect oxygen from the air. Your muscles need oxygen so they can move. Your brain needs oxygen so it can think. When you breathe in, you get fresh air. When you breathe out, you get rid of stale air. So when I breathe in, I just got some fresh air into my body. When I breathe out, some stale air, like bad air, just came out of my mouth. So now all the good air is in there. So now the picture. You can see there's a girl here. She's just walking. She's breathing in and out so that she can take some fresh air in and take out all the stale air. See? That's cool. And then, of course, you guys should already have been guessed that the lungs was the part. So the lungs, you should have already guys know because all the paragraphs that I just read was about breathing stuff. So let's get a closer look. So guys, this is our lungs part here. You can see our 2 big lungs. They're so big. And see, this is like the lungs part of our body. And just one thing, look at the tongue. This is our tongue over here. Doesn't it look weird? On the back, it's like so wide and it looks weird, but on the front, it's so thin and light. Like, that's just weird. So let's go back out. So guys, I'm just gonna tell you the parts before I explain. Esophagus, epiglottis, windpipe, the lung, of course, the diaphragm, the bronchi, and the tongue. And those are our parts in our lung. Wow! So guys, now I'm going to be explaining you guys what do those words mean. And each of those words have a body part that go with it. So our first fact is the esophagus leads food to your stomach. So here is our esophagus. This light kind of skin peachy part, that's our esophagus area part. And now on to our next fact. Our next fact is the epiglottis closes when you swallow, so food doesn't get into your lungs. So that's true. If food gets into your lungs, you're gonna start feeling weird and you're gonna get motion sickness and stuff like that. So here, the epiglottis is this part. So it will close and open so that it doesn't allow any food to get into our lungs, because that would be a disaster. That's the epiglottis, this part. Our next fact is the windpipe. The windpipe leads air from your mouth to your lungs and out again. So the windpipe which is over here, will allow us to breathe in and breathe out. So here is the windpipe. It's really long. And just in case you guys are wondering these stuff it is, you're about to find out. And the lung, of course. Here. These parts. Our next fact is air enters your lungs through your mouth and nostrils. So here and here. So when you breathe in, it will go into your nostrils. When you breathe out, it will come out of your mouth. Like that. So exactly like that. So when you breathe in and breathe out, for breathing in, you use your nostrils. When you breathe out, you use your mouth. Yeah. So it's like that. See? It shows it in the picture. See? Inhale through your nostrils and exhale through your mouth. Yeah? Where the tongue is. And the tongue, of course, is the weirdest thing that's on the back. Our next fact is those little particle thingies that I showed you. Bronchi branch off from the windpipe. So these stuff are bronchi. Here. You know, they look like broccoli stuff. Those stuff are bronchi. So when you breathe in, it will go through your bronchi so that it can send that air into your lungs. When you breathe out, the air will just go right back out. And also one more fact. When you breathe in, your lungs will get wide. When you breathe out, your lungs kind of like squish together. They won't be wide anymore. So that's the bronchi. And the last fact about the lung is the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a sheet of muscle that opens and closes the lungs as you breathe in and out. So that's what I was going to mean to say, but I said it in a different way. So that's true. When you breathe in, your lungs will open. When you breathe out, your lungs will close. So like squish together. And out. It's really cool how the body works. This is the diaphragm here, a sheet of muscle. Right there. And on to our next chapter. The heart moves oxygen from your lungs to the other parts of your body. Your heart pumps blood through long, thin tubes called vessels. The blood picks up oxygen in the lungs and carries it to your muscles and to your brain. When your body gets busy, it uses more oxygen. Your heart beats faster and your lungs breathe deeper. So that's true. So this is the picture. You can see a girl running. I like to run a lot, and I also noticed that whenever I run, I need to take even more oxygen because I'm breathing faster. Because I'm starting to slowly get tired, but I still want to run fast. And also our heartbeats, my heart beats like faster, like way faster. Like it's pump, like they're like big pumps. It's like my body's vibrating when that happens. That is like, and also I also feel like when my lungs will get deeper because I'm breathing so fast. It's getting deeper and deeper. That's like, and even I breathe in a lot and breathe out when I'm running. That's also one thing that I notice. So here, the girl is running. You can see she's breathing in and breathing out. And those are some big steps. So on to our next part is the heart and blood vessels. Let's get a closer look. Wait, Ma. So guys, this is the heart and blood vessels. You can see it's all red and blue. Yeah, it's like that. All our blood vessels are all red and blue. You can see. And it goes all the way to our brain. Isn't that cool? And this is where our heart is. And now I'm going to tell you guys the names of the parts and then I'll explain. So, blood vessel over here. Here. The heart is over here. So the heart is blue and red. Arteries over here. Capillaries over here. Vessels in lungs are over here. They're really, really tiny. Veins are over here. The blue stuff are all veins. And that's our body of the heart and the blood vessels. Let's go back out. Wow! Okay, so guys, now I'm going to be explaining about the heart and the blood vessels. Blood vessels carry blood in two different directions, away from and back to the heart and lungs. So, yeah, that's true. So, the blood vessels can carry blood in two different directions, away from and back to the heart and lungs. So, away and back to the heart and lungs, away and back to the heart and lungs, just like that. And I showed you it already. The heart is the strongest muscle. I didn't know that yet. I did not know that the heart is a muscle. Well, clearly it does do a lot of stuff, but I did not know it was a muscle. I didn't know it was that. The heart is the strongest muscle. In your body, it beats more than 10,000 times a day. So the heartbeat is more than 10,000 times a day. That's shocking. It's 24 hours a day. Yeah, we can, make a lot of heartbeats. The next fact is arteries. Red carry oxygen-rich blood from the lungs out to the body. So arteries are like rich blood, like fresh blood, and the lungs will let it out to the body so that it can have more fresh blood in the body. So quickly, here the arteries are over here. It's tiny over there. Alright, on to the next fact. And also there is a difference between arteries and veins. So arteries are the red, so the red stuff, like this red stuff here, those parts. The next fact is about the capillaries, are tiny blood vessels that allow blood to reach every part of you. So capillaries are like the tiny blood vessels. So, and it will be weird when the blood doesn't really reach to all your body parts. So those capillaries, those tiny blood vessels will be there so that the blood can reach through all the body parts. And that is where the foot is. Here. That part. It's really tiny, so hopefully you guys can see it. There, where the line is pointing at. Our next fact is vessels in the lungs. Vessels in lungs pick up oxygen that has been inhaled and drop off waste to be exhaled. So the fresh oxygen will be picked up, but the waste oxygen will be dropped so that it can get exhaled. And that part is where the lungs are, over here. Our next fact is the most common thing that's in your body, veins. And obviously veins are blue. Veins carry oxygen, pour blood back to the lungs to be refreshed. Waste from blood is exhaled by the lungs. So those veins will take that pour blood and take it back to the lungs so that it can refresh it and then let it out to the body. Exactly like that. And that part is over here. The blue stuff are the veins. You can see a lot of veins. So that was all about the heart and blood vessels. Let's go on to our last chapter. The last chapter. Let's go. As blood travels through your body, it also picks up food and water from the intestines. Then it delivers them where they are needed. Food gives your body energy. Your muscles use energy to move. Your heart uses energy to pump, and your brain uses energy to think. Food also supplies the materials that build bone and muscle. So the food that we eat will build bones and muscles. It will energy again. So here, these are the energy type of food. Bread, apples, potatoes, cereals, bagels, yummy. Those are the energy foods. The muscle building foods are like peanut butter, meat, those kind of stuff, tuna. And the bone building are all, the healthy stuff, like low fat milk, lettuce, and yogurt, like those stuff. So now let's go on to the stomach and intestines. Let's get a closer look. So guys, here is our intestines. Look here. This is the stomach area, and I'm gonna point out the body parts. So the mouth over here, esophagus over here, stomach is over here. It's really small. Small intestine is over here, and large intestine is over here. And that's our intestine. It's really cool. It's all about the food. Mouth grinds food and mixes it with saliva. So when we eat the food, the saliva in our mouth that's watery and slimy, it will grind the food so that if it's hard or anything, it will grind it and get all smushy so that it can be able to go inside our body. So that part, the mouth here. So the next fact is about the esophagus. Esophagus pushes food down to your stomach. So the esophagus is right over here, like this part. See, the food is coming down. And see, you can see it's not like hard food. It's all nice and squishy because of the saliva. And that's the esophagus part, the pipe. The next fact is about the stomach. Stomach churns food and mixes it with acid. Food becomes a thick liquid. I didn't know that there was acid in our stomach, but that's true. So from the food pipe, the food will go inside our stomach, and it will become into a thick liquid. So it will become liquid but thick. And the stomach, the purple one, here. Our next fact is about the small intestine. Absorbs tiny food particles through its spongy lining. Food enters the bloodstream. So the small intestine is over here. It's the blue part here. It will absorb the small food and then let it out into the bloodstream. Soon you guys will know what a bloodstream is. So here is the small intestine. So, of course, the most common thing inside of our body is the large intestine. Large intestine absorbs water and feeds unused food parts out of your body when you use the bathroom. So, when there's unused food or something, it will make it kind of hard, and then when we go to, and it also absorbs water. That's the most important thing. And then we'll when we use the bathroom, all that wasted food will come out. Unused food. So like that. And see, this is the large intestine. It's green, and that's where we will get our period, I think. Yeah. Wow! So guys, that was all about the stomach and intestines. So just one last body picture. You can see our stomach, our esophagus, our mouth, everything. So that was our last chapter, but you guys still don't know what bloodstream means. So let's go on. All living things need water to survive. There is water in your muscles and around your brain. It is the main ingredient in your saliva, sweat, urine, and blood. Because your blood is mostly water, it can easily flow in and out of your heart and through your vessels. The path it travels is called the bloodstream. So that's true. So the bloodstream is the water, so it will easily go inside the heart, go outside of the heart, and go into the vessels. So here it's exactly like this. Exactly like this hose that they have here. That's exactly like how the bloodstream would go. And also water is the main ingredient for your brain, your heart, your urine, your sweat, your saliva. Everything is water in your body. So that's why water is the most healthiest thing. See, it's exactly like that. And good thing they're drinking water right now. Okay, let's go on to the next page. When your body works hard, it gets hot and sweaty. Sweat is water that seeps through your skin to cool you off. The busier your body is, the more water it needs. So, especially like sports. So, see, this is how they're making their body look really busy, especially with sports. So, the more your body is busy, the more water you need. See, and water is good too. It will cool off your body. A busy body works hard. After a while, it needs to rest. Rest lets your body heal and grow and get ready for another day. That's the most important thing. When you have a lot of work, when you finish and your body exercises so much, you have to rest. It will heal you and you will grow longer like that. And then you'll be ready for another day. See, she's resting because she just had her soccer practice and it was so busy, right? So she has to rest because she worked out all of her energy. To get more energy, she has to rest. See? That's cool. And the last page. A body that gets busy each day stays strong, healthy, and happy. There are lots of ways to be a busy body. There's tons of ways here. Which one would you guys choose? Comment down below. And that's the end of The Busy Body book. I hope you guys liked the story. If you did, smash that like button. So yeah, make sure to subscribe a lot of times. If not, I'm gonna get super angry, okay? And share it. So bye and have a great day.